India physical features, learning objectives, understand the different types of land in India, understand the Himalayas, know the northern plains, understand the Deccan Plateau, define the Thar Desert and its location, define the eastern and western coastal plains and their location, define the Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Lakshadweep Islands and their location. Startup. Today, you're going to learn about the physical features of India. In the north, we have the Himalayas. In the south, there's the Deccan Plateau, a large elevated area rich in minerals. In the west, we have the Thar Desert, which is a hot sandy region. India is surrounded by water on three sides, with the Indian Ocean to the south. Physical divisions of India. India has different landforms like the tall snowy mountains called the Himalayas, a hot and sandy place called the Thar Desert, flat lands with a big river called the Ganga Plains, and pretty beaches in Goa. There are also thick forests in the Sundarban and lovely islands called the Lakshadweep. The bottom part of India is almost surrounded by water of two seas and an ocean. The special shape is called a peninsula. Some important landforms in India are the Northern Mountains, the Great Indian Desert, the Northern Plains, the Deccan Plateau, the islands, the coastal plains. The Northern Mountains. A mountain is a very tall landform with steep slopes or sides. The Himalayas are the tallest mountains in the world, and they are in the north of India. There are some pretty places in the hills called hill stations like Mussoorie, Nainital, Shimla, and Darjeeling. They are on the lower parts of Himalayas. Mount Everest in Nepal is the tallest mountain in the Himalayas. The tallest mountain in India is called Mount Kanchenjunga. Do you know the name Himalayas comes from two Sanskrit words, Hima meaning snow and Alaya meaning abode. It is called the abode of snow because the mountain peaks are covered in snow. The northern plains. Plains are big, flat areas of land. The northern plains are below the Himalayas. They are very big and good for growing plants. Many people live there. The main rivers in this area are the Ganga, Indus, and Brahmaputra. The northern plains grow a lot of food grains for India. Therefore, people call this area the granary of India. The Deccan Plateau. A plateau is a flat piece of land that is higher than the land around it. It looks like a table. The Deccan Plateau is in the southern part of India. This land is hard and rocky and is less fertile than the plains. Some parts of the plateau region are covered with thick forests. Most of the rivers in the Deccan Plateau depend on rains for water. The main rivers are Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Narmada, and Tapi. These rivers have less water during the dry season. The Great Indian Desert. A desert is a big sandy area of land, usually hot with very little water. We do not see many trees or plants there because it does not rain much. In the northwest part of India, there is a big sandy desert called the Thar Desert or the Great Indian Desert. It is in the states of Rajasthan and Gujarat. The coastal plains. A coastal plain is a flat area near the sea. In India, there are thin pieces of land on the east and west side called the eastern coastal plains and the western coastal plains. The eastern coastal plains are near the Bay of Bengal and the western coastal plains are near the Arabian Sea. Some states and places in India are along this coastline. The islands. An island is a piece of land with water all around it. India has two big groups of islands called the Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Lakshadweep Islands. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are in the east in the Bay of Bengal. The Lakshadweep Islands are in the west in the Arabian Sea. The Lakshadweep Islands have some of the biggest coral reefs in India. Chapter at a glance. India has different landforms like mountains, deserts, and islands. The tallest mountains in the world, the Himalayas, are in the north of India. The northern plains are big, flat, and good for growing plants. They are below the Himalayas. The Deccan Plateau is a flat piece of land in the south of India. The Great Indian Desert or the Thar Desert is a big sandy area in the northwest part of India. India has two island groups, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands in the east and the Lakshadweep Islands in the west. The Lakshadweep Islands have some of the biggest coral reefs in India.